Seconds.
Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant.
Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
And welcome. Let's throw our heads back and laugh just to say we did it. That probably felt pretty good, didn't it? Anyway, glad to see you here. Welcome to No Warning, because that's what most of you got this morning. No warning that I'd be on. But anyway, I'm Brian K. Morris, publisher, editor, author, award-winning author. I got to get used to saying that even after over a year. I'm also a Facebook famous YouTuber and former mortician's assistant, and we're glad you're all here. People are cascading in, and just letting you know a few things. We do not do this sort of thing alone. We are helped by many people, and among them, the people that are helping keep this on the air. Anyway, we have our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly through a monthly stipend. In other words, you get to sponsor. You are a patron of creative people, just like in the old days. And whether it's $1, $5, $10, whatever you can afford, whatever feels good, you also get stuff in exchange for your support. So please check out these people that have graciously decided to support the Rising Tide, and we love each and every one of them. We appreciate them all. And if you want to see your name on this card, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also, we have a twice weekly blog, and starting soon, we're going to resume the chapters of Volcana 2. We are that far along. We'll have a progress report on our escapades following our gratitudes. And part of our gratitude includes Jeffrey Hayes for Plasma Fire Graphics. Great artist, great cover artist, designer, and illustrator, award-winning illustrator too, because you got to go with Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you. See, what he does is he creates these wonderful images that help sell your book. Whoever says that you can't judge a book by its cover doesn't know what publishing is about. I know what publishing is about, and that's why I go to Jeffrey Hayes. That's why he's going to be doing The Terrors. He's already got the cover done. It is a thing of beauty. And I am so looking forward to getting that out and published, because I want to show off Jeff's work. And he's great to work with. What a gentleman. What an incredible talent. And it's interactive, that you tell him what you want, then he comes back with ideas, then you sort through them, and yeah, this sounds good. Yeah, here's who I'd have playing that role. And then you come up with something mutually agreeable that is chef's kiss perfect. So check out Plasma Fire Graphics Facebook page. And once you're done there, then move on over to plasmafiregraphics.com and check out more samples and ask him about his indie creator friendly price, and you will be so glad you did. That's Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And I think that's just about everybody, as the comments are piling up here. I promised a progress report, and we have been busy doing stuff.
How dare you!
Because that's how we pay the bills, Greta. Anyway, just to let you know, I have two projects going right now. One is that novel I've been working on for, I just realized it started about 2 years ago. And now it's to the point where we are going to make our September deadline, it looks like. I'll be editing that all day. And then tonight I'll move over to the other project, which is, you'll be glad to know, is The Terrors. We're almost 2/3 of the way through finishing that book off. And then once I'm done with this run, I'm going to do what I call an audio edit, something I recommend to all writers, where if you have MS Word, there's something in the previewing section where you can have a text-to-speech kind of thing going, where it will read the book back to you with minimal emphasis. It's almost unemotional. It's like Mr. Spock was reading you a bedtime story, but this one is full of superheroes. Anyway, we are about 2/3 of the way through that. And then I have to do what I call the audio edit. Then I'm going to give it back to Cookie for one more look. This thing has been edited within an inch of its life, but I'm really proud of it. I'm really thinking it's coming together, and I'm already starting to get ideas for sequels, all right, which I think is a good sign. Anyway, I think you're going to enjoy it, and like I said, it's going to have a beautiful cover from Jeffrey Hayes, Plasma Fire Graphics. Be working with him on the finished product. Cookie is doing the interiors, and everything's coming together. Plus, things are starting to come together for the Santa Stein hardcover. I'm going to be sending out artist descriptions this week, so artists, if you're watching this, check your DMs. I will be tapping you on the shoulder. So that's about it for me. Also want to thank Amanda Tockard and Nick Tockard for LibraryCon, or as it's known unofficially, FezCon, at the Benton County Public Library last Saturday. We had an amazing time. We had Xander there. He was always cool. Plus, we had some people pop in, and great to meet them, as well as our mainstays, Molly Daniels, Carl Witzman, and Donna Carleen. And and Cookie was with me. Cookie managed to get a day off from her job, and so she said, "Let's spend the day together." And so we not only got to spend the morning together and the whole day actually. And then we went out to dinner, the most of us that showed up. But anyway, thank you to Nick and Amanda for being such great hosts. And thank you to the facility, the Benton County Public Library, for hosting us. That was a great time. Look forward to next year. Now, this weekend, this weekend's going to be really big. If Effingham, Illinois is practically in the center of the state of Illinois, and it's at the intersection of Interstates 57 and 70. So you have no excuse to not show up, okay? It's going to be a free event called SilCon for Central Illinois Convention, and it's going to be at a new venue. It had been at the Mattoon Mall there, which we will no longer name because they kind of, well, how snarky do I want to be this morning? Basically, they went puritanical on us, the owners of the mall, and bowed to local pressure because SilCon is partly a writing show, a writer's show, and the other half deals with the supernatural, the paranormal, okay? And there are some idiots in this world, and I won't mince language here, idiots who believe that supernatural equals Satanism. And so they said, you've got this whole group of Satanists lining the halls of the mall, and we're not standing for it. And basically, we got forced out of there because of these morons. So, and I look forward to your comments on that when I start reading the comments. But anyway, we're going to be having a good time down at the, I want to make sure I get this right, the Village Square Mall. That's at 51 Village Square Mall Drive. And you know that place is important when they got their own road. They got their own road, people. That's going to be in Effingham, Illinois. And looking forward to Becky Castillo, seeing her along with my friends like Amy Hale will be there. Molly Daniels will be there. We will have Sarah as my booth babe. Okay, so now you got to show up. Carl Witzman, Donna Carlene will be there. I got to make sure who else is going to be there. Keith Age will be there. I love that guy so much. And a whole bunch of people that you will adore seeing. And if you want to spend some quality time with writers and get to know the ins and outs of the business, this is a great opportunity for you. So please show up. We're going to be there at the Village Square Mall in Effingham, Illinois, from noon to 7 on this coming Friday, and then 10 to 7 on the following Saturday. That's the 15th and 16th. So please come see us. I look forward to seeing you all there. We'll have some brand new books, including brand new Westerns, brand new Western anthology called Six Shooters and Spurs from Stormgate Press. And I've got a story in there. Clyde Hall has a story in there. Cindy Kemp, CKOAPB.com, has a story in there. So I haven't read it yet, but I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, just as I'm looking forward to reading your comments after 10 minutes. Anyway, thank you for waiting, everyone. We do appreciate y'all. We really do. Thank you for being here. And there he is. There he is. A guy with the fez. Anyway, speaking of guys with the fez, there's Carl Witzman. And Carl, it was a hoot hanging out with you and Donna on Saturday. That was so much fun. And the Independent Creator Directory, I know this wonderful person. It was good seeing you too. And good morning and happy Monday, folks. Good morning to you, Joe. And it was wonderful meeting you and your wife in person. And speaking of people I've met in person, Teresa Dunn, wonderful to see you here. Good morning to you. Hope your morning is going well so far. Joe, Teresa, and everyone's saying hello, and I love that. And we have the royalty in the house, the one, the only Mr. Brian Rodman. Good morning, my fellow Brian, and no warnings. Hope everyone is doing well this cool and crisp morning. Will I be treating you well this morning, my friend? I saw you got out and about over the weekend, and that made my heart beat glad, brother. It did. Anyway, check out the stuff that this guy's doing. This guy is entering the prose and prose publishing field, and all right, I can vouch this guy's got some good stuff going. So please check it out as it comes out. We will definitely be promoting this guy here. So Brian, is good to see you, and much love to you and Robin. And everyone's saying hello. Good morning, Joe. Glad to see you here. And is that really Brian Rodman? It's not just the real. It's the real thing, not just an uncanny simulation. Also, a quick reminder to like the video and help out our Fez sexy face. You mean Carl? Anyway, but no, thank you, Brian. Yes, and if you've enjoyed any part of the show or plan to in the future, please take a moment. It is free. It only takes a second. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. The old mantra there. You definitely like this video because it helps us with the algorithms. And if you have not already, please subscribe to this channel. We've got stuff coming down the pike I think you'll be entertained by, and maybe get some stuff. We are talking with a major creator about co-hosting a show, and it probably won't be on this channel, but hey, Carl. Anyway, I'm talking with a very, very major creator about doing a show to help writers, to help your productivity, and we're going to guest star writers, and we're going to have some stuff that will definitely make sure that you get some stuff done. All right, that's all I'll say about it because we haven't scheduled it yet. So anyway, Brian Rodman, Carl, it is indeed a Brian Rodman. There is like we've got the Eric Hawkins, we also have the Brian Rodman. So hello, and the terrors, dude. I will be the first to admit that I am not the greatest writer out there. I am not the Edgar Rice Burroughs or the Lester Dent of this generation, but I'm pretty damn proud of how both the terrors and the is shaping up. I'm seriously looking at this going, who wrote this? This is awesome. Me? No, seriously, really. But no, the terrors is for all the work I've put in, it's starting to show. And Cookie, I will say, has done an amazing edit on it. She really has brought up the stuff that really makes the book work. And she is fantastic. And in fact, if you are looking for an editor, whether it's copy editing, content, continuity, talk to my wife, Cookie. Contact me via internet DM. Or if you are signed up for my monthly informational email, then you've got my email address. So definitely write me and I'll put you in touch with her. She charges very reasonable rates. She also does interior book formatting and can help you if you have all the elements. She can put together a cover for you. So also Carl's very good at that too. So excellent. And speaking of excellent, there she is, Molly Dames. Good morning. I'm actually awake before 10. Well, I can't claim that yet. I am still feasting on the bean here. And yeah, you'll notice, this is yesterday's coffee cup. I still drink coffee like a college kid. I will keep a cup for several days and letting it get darker and darker on the inside. By about day 5, I could probably pour hot water in there and have a full, robust cup of coffee. But anyway, and this morning, if anyone is asking, this morning it is Tim Horton. Although yesterday we had from Fresh Time cherry coffee. Anyway, I'm glad to see you here, Molly. And it was a treat hanging out with you on Saturday. And I'm looking forward to this weekend as well. And good morning, Molly, from the Independent Creator Directory. And check out the Independent Creator Directory. That is a great resource if you're a creative person. And yes, Joe, I know I haven't sent you all the information. I suck. But anyway, check this out. For $20, you can list all of the talents you have. And so if somebody is looking for a writer, they'll find your name. Or an editor, they'll find your name. Or a publisher, or an artist. Whatever you do that's creative, Joe will handle it and put in a great big package for you and tie it up with a bow. So you have one-stop shopping for your credits. So definitely get in touch with Joe here, all right? Brian Robbins said, last night I had a bit of an imposter syndrome creative guilt attack. Oh, creative guilt. That is a new term for me. And in an attempt to save myself from that, I did an updated word count for memoirs, over 70,000 words, and we're halfway there. Holy cats. I love seeing it. Now, that's how you fight writer's block. That's how you fight imposter syndrome, creative guilt. I want to hear more about creative guilt, though. It's been ages since I've heard that. But as you know, imposter syndrome is something we fight against massively in our crusade here at the Rising Tide. And Brian, you picked the right way to do it. The best way to get over imposter syndrome is to accomplish things. And like we were talking at BirdCon, Amy Hale and Kathy Jackson and I, about the way, and I'll start out with how Carl helped me with mine by telling me that the only people who get imposter syndrome are the people who've actually accomplished something. And I have. And I can even refine that even further. A lot of people say, well, I want to be a writer. I want to live La Vida Loca like you do, Brian. Well, hey, not many people can keep up with the Halley's Comet of indie publishing here. No, it doesn't mean I show up every 75 years. No, but we show up and we burn bright. But no, imposter syndrome is insidious, but you've got to remember that so many people say, well, I want to be a writer, but they never write down their ideas. They never put pen to paper or even put a fingerprint on their keyboard to help that. But if you put down your idea, holy cow, you are so far ahead of so many people. All right? You're ahead of, dozens of people. Now, you flesh that out into a plot. You're in a full plot from beginning to end. Or let's just say you get the thing done. You write the whole thing down. You get it in a first draft even that's editable and possibly marketable. Then you're ahead of tens of thousands of people. And then you work at it, edit it, refine it, and you're like hundreds of thousands of people. And there are millions of people who would love to be in print, to have their name immortalized forever. You become a search argument, if nothing else. And you have no idea how many millions of people would love to be able to say, I've got a book in my hands. Like, and it doesn't get old. Like, for instance, I've got Kathy Jackson's book on my pile here. I've got several piles around the house. But yeah, and definitely check out the work of Kathy Jackson, who is one of our hosts this morning for this show. Thank you, Kathy. We love you. But imagine your design, your name right on the front center of the book, on the spine, inside, all over the place. And you've done something that millions of people talk about, but they don't accomplish it. And whether you're publishing yourself or are published by someone else, the goal is the same, to get your ideas and your creativity out there. So yeah, don't let imposter syndrome hold you back. The fact that you are working at it puts you in some pretty rare air, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, don't give up now. Don't give up. And Carl Wisman says, as a non-theist and total heretic, I resent being grouped with the Satanists. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I resent being, I kind of resented being grouped with, Satanists, and I identify myself as spiritual, Presbyterian even. Although my current Presbyterianism is far removed from my youthful Presbyterianism in the weird Presbyterian cult I grew up in. But yeah, and thank you, Carl. I still have that Jack T. Chick pamphlet that you were laughing, which I find hilarious. But anyway, yeah, they thought we were all practicing Satanists. Well, how do you get good at it if you don't practice, right? So anyway, yeah, I hate being lumped in with a brush to which shouldn't be applied to me. Loud and obnoxious, yeah, I'll take that. I'll own that. I own that every day. But Satanists, I don't think so. I mean, I read the Satanic Bible by Sandor Anton LaVey when I was in high school, and my teacher confiscated it from me, wouldn't let me have it back. And he wonders why, when I graduated, I cussed him out in front of the secretarial staff. I had about 3 years of pent-up aggression that needed venting. But anyway, yeah, it's like totally unfair. And Sinopa Publishing, check out what these wonderful people do, like the 47 Ronin. It is so good to see you. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Everyone's saying hello, and oh, good grief. Some people find Satan under every corner of their daily lives. As a Christian, I love rocking people's worlds, explaining how Christianity is actually another form of magic. Yeah, that's a super way to look at it. And the thing is, Brian, having read the Satanic Bible by Anton Szandor LaVey, it's an interesting read. It really is, because a lot of what goes on in there is kind of like a mirror of Christianity, but from a more hedonistic point of view. And it doesn't really so much look at like Christians want to go to heaven, and it doesn't really touch on when you die and worship Satan, you're going to hell and expect to enjoy it. It's like, what you're letting yourself in for. But it does touch on some aspects of magic and some areas that you'll find in Wicca, in that they talk about that some people can do sorcery through, the dark one, but it's not to be done with negativity in mind. Because whatever you can, and this is, you cast your bread upon the water from the Bible. You cast out the positive energy, and it comes back to you tenfold. It's rising tide, right? But by the same token, as LaVey talked about in depth, don't use it to curse people. Don't use your power to curse people, because that will come back to you tenfold. So it had some interesting points. I almost wish I still had a copy. I'm not saying the teacher was right. By no circumstance was he right. It was another form of censorship and of repression, intellectual repression, which was my main beef with the guy. This is the guy who spent 20 minutes in front of the class complaining that the school board was forcing him to teach us Shakespeare. This guy, this Yahoo, was telling us, with our skulls full of mush, that to him, one of the greatest writers that ever lived was unimportant. That's unconscionable. That is unconscionable. Anyway, Carl Wilson says, today, before Carl comes in here and stops me from ranting, today you can use code Optimism 10 to save 10% on any book you find on Lulu before September 15th. And definitely pick up Carl's The Mad Gasser Cheerleader and his sequel are there. Also check out the works of Donna Carlene on there. Great, both great writers. And I'm not saying it because they're my friends. I'm saying it because my nose will not grow when I articulate this. These two are really terrific writers. I mean, I don't mean to sound surprised by it, but they really are great writers. And Carl and Donna Carlene, definitely take them up on this. This is a super sweetheart deal here. And speaking of dates, I see September 15th. I do want to say briefly, and I really meant to start the show with this. This is the man, does this make me feel old? The 22nd anniversary of the terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers and Flight 93 back in September 11th, 2001. Right, 22 years? Yeah, I'm right. Quick math. I'm not good at math, but anyway, for those, there's a generation now that's there's people that's graduated from high school. This is ancient history to them. But I remember what happened that day. I remember waking up, getting ready for work. I was still working at the water company then, and getting in my car. And as I'm driving to work, I find the news because I was watching the news. And I heard about a plane that had hit one of the Twin Towers. And all I could think of was the night before on like History Channel or Discovery Channel, one of those, they had a thing about an airplane that accidentally ran into the Empire State Building back in the 30s. And I thought, well, it's that again. And I come back and I see somebody carrying a portable TV to my section of the building. And I'm like, what's the deal? And they're like, there was a jumbo jet just flew into one of the Twin Towers. And they're saying it's a terrorist attack. And we were all scrambling for information, as was everybody in the media. And that's where I really honed my internet search skills that day, because I was trying to find new information as it came down the pike. And the idea of seeing the second tower, the first tower fall, then the second, then hearing about the Flight 93, I think it was in Virginia. I think, I could be wrong. And various other things going on at the time. And all the planes were being grounded in North America. And I remember driving home around 4 o'clock. It was about 4:30 or so. And I remember it's been said that President Bush, George W. Bush at the time, had been reading a story to some children, and he finished the story, then got on Air Force One and was flying back. And I even remember where I was at. I was on, since I don't live there, I don't remember the name of the cross streets. But I remember being at a stoplight and looking up in the sky and seeing a vapor trail from Air Force One. And that was a moment. And I also remember a gas station, like about 3 blocks north of our house, that the minute they heard the towers had been hit, the price of gas at the time in our area was something like, it was under $1. That's how far back this was. He jacked it up to $5.50, just because. I never shopped there again. Anyway, so today is the day. Take a moment, please, and please remember the folks especially the folks who perished on that day for the sin of going to their job. And also, please think about the people in the intelligence community who continue to keep us safe. The fact that we wake up and we don't hear about another attack like that means they're doing their jobs. And also a special thanks to the first responders who, when people were running out of the buildings, they were running into them. And many, many innocent lives were lost that day. Please keep their families and the souls of those who have passed on in your thoughts and prayers. All right. So anyway, that's done. Let's go on with more comments. I'm way behind as usual. Way above. Good morning. Hello, Brian. Everyone. Hope everyone is great. We are great, just like you, sir. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a great morning. In Danville Public Library. Oh, there used to be good days there. Maybe in the future again. Well, like we discussed, Carl, there could be. And if you or Donna get some going, let me know. I know an award-winning author who wouldn't mind helping you with that. It was, and I've had some very surreal times there too. So, but yeah, most of my contacts are gone now. I wonder why. So, anyway, we are honored by royalty, the Eric Hawkins. Good morning, sir. How are you? And Eric. Hey, Eric, leave that link. Please leave that link. And I think you've got a wrench. If not, all my wrench owners, please let it go through on YouTube. Eric, congratulations on your latest excuse me, what am I thinking? Your latest Kickstarter campaign for the second issue of the Zombiful Adventures. It looks glorious. I can't wait to edit that thing. But anyway, it funded in minutes, I believe. And, I know that whenever it funded, I was like $15 away from it reaching its goal. And I told myself, if it doesn't make the goal in the next few minutes, I'm going to add it to my goal, my pledge, and push it over. But somebody else did it because it's a great product. It's great comics. And if you love, this is based on the L. Frank Baum stuff, but to the next level. Check out Eric Hawkins' work. He is so amazing. And the Eric Hawkins is in the house, announces Carl Witzman, the guy whose Kickstarter, that's right, funded in less than an hour. That is great. I thought it did. I think we pushed it, maybe we pushed it up past this, one of the stretch goals. Maybe that's when I got it, because I got on it yesterday because I was out of town on Saturday when you launched. But anyway, Eric is breaking records. Please support this project. It is awesome. And thank you, Eric Hawkins. And Brian Robin said, yes, this weekend, Robin and I were able to get out on Saturday and go to our local theater's performance of Dracula, and then out to dinner. It was glorious. The day out, and not so much the play. Yeesh. I'd want to hear about this. I'm always interested in hearing about plays that just don't quite gel, sorry to say. Oh, but Dracula, I know how you love that thing. I hope that Donna ordered in that hour, but I can't keep up with her. Yeah, I didn't tell Cookie till I had accomplished the deed. So anyway, Molly Dana says, my mini reunion Saturday night went well. Excellent. Had about 20 people show up, including my 4th grade boyfriend. Haven't seen him since 9th grade. Oh, look out. And there he is, one of our hosts, Nicholas Tockard. Also check him out Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Nevermind the Furthermore, a great interactive conversation show, even better than this one. Anyway, good morning all. I hope everyone is doing great. It was absolutely marvelous seeing you and Cookie and the rest at LibraryCon. It was fantastic hanging with you. And brother, we are going to do it again, and soon at AZIP, okay? I saw your post yesterday about friend withdrawal. And I'm like, holy cats, that's what's wrong with me today. I was feeling it profoundly yesterday myself. It was almost like, God, I got to go back in the real world. You know, I mean, yeah. Okay, so that was the infamous F-bomb. Thank you. Oh, you can tell I use this a lot. Thank you, Lauren Waldron. You are an amazing person. And so is your honey. And speaking of your honey, yo, how you doing, Damien? I hadn't looked before I commented. But anyway, I'm pretty glad to see you too, my friend. And good morning to check out Omniversal Inc. if you need web services, if you need electronic advice, which I am taking him up on, or just great art and story, please check out what this wonderful, wonderful man does. Brian Robin says, unfortunately, the adaptation of Dracula was way too on the nose. Oh, it was a tragic representation of why you should show and not tell. The script was okay until it got to the message of the show. I wasn't sure. I think this may be the first I've heard that Dracula actually had a message. Mr. Stoker would be quite surprised. And hey, Lord Nicholas, and there he is. Oh, it's the Fez man. I'd say, celebrate everyone. It's Mike Jimmy Lordship de Bruin. It is so good to see you, man. I love you, man. I hope you have been well, my friend. I remember you were down for a while, and I Hope you're back up and at 'em, my friend. Oh my God, you made my morning, brother. And hey, lovely. What? Nothing for me? Come on. Anyway, I've been in the lab working on comic art for 2 days straight. Is the world still here? I have no way of knowing. I've been editing my heart out. As I said at the top of the show, I am currently editing 2 of my novels. And one that is due at the end of the month is coming along. I'm hoping to get at least 2 more chapters done today. And if I get that done, I might be able to get it done by the middle of next week, hopefully, if I keep the pace up. And then I'm also editing The Terrors, and I'm 2/3 of the way through that. So anyway, I have no frame of reference for you, man. Damien, I'm sorry. And everyone's getting greeted by Carl, and Carl's getting greeted back. And Creative Guild is not being able to rest or enjoy yourself, says Brian Rodman, because you feel guilty that you're not working on your creative endeavors that could be debilitating and prevent you from resting. Well, Carl, please come up with another platitude, because I am, OMG, do I suffer? I am racked with this. That's the thing about shows. I mean, it is rude to sit there typing, but it's like I've got so much to do, and I've got so many ideas I want to get out. Wine. Hashtag real writer problems, right? But yeah, I get that in massive amounts. So something else I have to work on, right? And Omniverse Link. Carl, hello, good sir. And Mike, Jimmy says this afternoon I finished the entire voice acting storyboard for Life on Korra pilot. Oh, now to work on a birth card for when the little one arrives. Oh, so happy to hear about that. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, Mike, Jimmy, I'm so happy to see you here. And I'm happy to see Molly, of course. I have a week to either finish a story or tweak an existing one to submit by Saturday. Also wanted to send Defending Your Life to my editor by the end of the month. Still working on that fight scene. Fight scenes, I think my stage directing experience helps me out there, because I kind of see it as a movie, and I just keep running through the film. I just keep rewinding it until I get the sequence down. So it's a process. You can do it though. And my angels are getting into trouble with time travel. Oops. I hate when that happens. Oh, and who else is looking forward to the new season of Doctor Who this year with David Tennant, huh? It may be the one thing that gets me to subscribe to Disney Plus for 1 month. Anyway, BKM, can I have my Anton LaVey back? No, starts mumbling away. I should have done that. That guy probably would have me nailed to a cross or some other wooden implement. I grew up in Georgetown, Carl. So what does this tell you? You know, I'm already in trouble with many of the locals because I'm a hippie, because I've got I've got hair rather down on my shoulders before I outgrew my hair. But that and being kind of a free spirit, I was not the most popular kid in town. Okay. Anyway, Brian Robin says most Satanists anymore don't believe in a God or Satan anyway. The official temple of Satan is essentially a religious outlet for atheist agnostic belief. Yeah, who is it? The Illuminati has had a couple of articles, as have Philip DeFranco, I think, about there's a couple modern churches of Satan. And like you said, it is not any sort of anti-theistic sort of thing. Theistic, not against anti-God so much as kind of hedonism, more or less, and living in the now, which I'm not trying to make it sound attractive by any stretch of the imagination, but kind of enjoy yourself in this life, because there was nothing before and there's nothing afterwards is kind of their message. So your mileage may vary, and I hope it does. Anyway, Donna Carlene sneaks in, hides in the back. You can't hide from us, Donna. Mwah. Love you, hun. So glad you're here. And secretly waves at Donna. Anyway, Carl goes, "You're right about that, Mr. Rodman." And Molly whispers hi to Donna. And there's Carl blowing her cover. Latecomer, shame. Oh, dear. Donna, flip your like on there before you get shamed again. Yes, if you have not liked the show and you're watching on whatever platform, whether it's Twitch, I don't know if they do it on there, but on LinkedIn you can. Yes, we're running on LinkedIn now. And YouTube and Rising Tide Publications and Kathy Jackson's books and all kinds of other places. If you see this and there's a like button, please hit it right now because it helps us so much with the algorithm. Thank you. And Brian Robin Carl, so compassionate and kind to his bride. Yeah, really. Yeah, good role model for me and Cookie, right? Anyway, Molly Dan says, I was sending an email to a friend when all of a sudden, instant message, AOL, pops up from a friend. Get offline and go watch the news. A plane just hit a building in NYC. Yeah. Yeah, and we were still there doing business, but we were all glued to our sets or listening to radios. I was spinning the radio dial so much. Yes, turning the dial, that dates me. Spinning the dial so much on the radio I had at work that I could have used that dial to buzz, as a buzz saw. Yeah, it was a hell of a day. And I woke up that Tuesday to get my infant son as he had just woken up. The first plane had already hit, and as I held him, I watched the second plane strike. Oh, ouch. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's one of those I know where I was moments. And I kept thinking, was this what my parents felt like on December 7th, 1941? This thing that should not ever happen is happening. And, and even somehow like the New York Trade Center bombing, which is kind of like a dry run for this, I guess. Timothy McVeigh, it just didn't seem quite as real as this. Now, it could be that at the time of the other two bombings, we didn't have quite the online media that we did in 2001. But it just felt like the end of the world to a number of us. It was like, what kind of hellscape did we wake up to this morning? And Holly Dana says, that's when I realized the radio was no longer blasting classic rock. Called my mom to see if she was watching, and that's when plane number 2 hit. I remember I was waiting on a customer, and then I hear everyone in my section gasping. And when I'm done with the customer, they're like, the second tower just got hit. Yeah, it's like, wow. All I could think about was, what kind of world did I just bring my child? And, and I'm thinking, are we seeing the start of World War III? That's the one that, since I was a kid, I'd been told that it's going to be fought with nukes. And, World War I lasted, about 5 years or so, as far as a real world war with us involved, or 2 years. World War II was like about 5 years. World War III is supposed to be 90 minutes. Okay. And note to friends, I'm seeing a lot of people online who I trust. There's a channel on TikTok, and I believe on YouTube, and maybe on Instagram, Maria Comstock. Her father is an ex-CIA guy, and he's saying we may see World War III in our lifetimes. Good time to start praying. Anyway, I was sitting in 9th grade algebra, says Brian Rahman, when we watched the second tower fall. It was a day I'll never forget, remembering the 2,996 lives that were tragically lost. Yeah, and also I was thinking, I was in second grade, when at Fraser School, Carl, it's now Dollar General, and we were hustled into a room with a TV set. It was a two-room school, 2 rooms and 2 floors and a basement rather, and each floor had a TV set and a room to watch it in. For things like space launches and things like that, we got to watch John Glenn in first grade and all. But anyway, they hustled us, and everyone in first, second, and third grade were put into this room, and we were listening to the information that John F. Kennedy had been assassinated. And it was one of those, I know where I was at that moment. And I'm thinking also the death of John Lennon, death of Elvis Presley, the Challenger explosion, things like that, cataclysmic events, and you know where you were in excruciating detail forever. Molly Dan says, I remember thinking it looked like something out of a Godzilla movie after they fell. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was thinking definitely kaiju at that moment, but it wasn't. And Zombie Full Adventures. That's right, Brian. Let's change the subject. And there we go. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. Get on that Kickstarter campaign. Take a screen capture of this or hit the link in the comments. And definitely check this out. And let's get Eric to his goals, his ultimate goals here. All right. Oh, dear Buddha, I was 52 in 2011. Young Rodman has made me feel very old now. That's right. Me too. Welcome. And I'm older than you, Carl. I'm older than everyone. 57. We are under a little under 2K this morning. I launched on Sunday. Okay, then I did get in on the first day. Then apparently, I thought you were launching on Saturday because I saw the chatter in the comics channel. Which, by the way, Thursday night at 8 p.m. Please watch Comic Book Spectrum with the Eric Hawkins, occasionally Brian Rodman, and hardly ever me. So you know it's good. Also, the Gold Standard Clyde Hall and the wonderful Jody McPhee, who is the new host. Please check that show out. And if you like thoughtful commentary on comics, that's where you're going to find it. So please check it out. And you are welcome. Carl says Brian Rodman. Yeah, thanks for nothing, Brian. Anyway, time for a second cup of coffee. Looking forward to seeing you again this weekend. I am too, Molly. 2 weeks in a row. That's magic. And I'm thinking about going out at least after the second night. We may have to break bread or something because Sarah will be with me. That's reason enough to come see me. The wonderful Sarah will be my booth babe. Cookie will probably not be able to make it. So Sarah, it will be my cookie for the weekend. Much will be placed upon her and her poor foot. But please come see us. If you have to meet Sarah. She is an absolute delight. And I look forward to spending the weekend with you and her and come and knock on our door. There's something waiting for you. Anyway, no, she's going to be helping me and keeping me company that weekend. So it'll be great. But I promised to feed her. So we'll have to find some place to break bread. That's all there is to it. Mike Jimmy Lordship de Bruin says, yeah, I've been good, but right now I'm in the middle of renovating the entire apartment and prepping for a baby. So life is busy. Brother, I can imagine. Well, good luck to you. Thank you for being here, Mike Jimmy. Seriously, I have not talked to you in ages. So it does my heart good to see you here. And yikes, my daughter is 38 and start cursing words here. I need a nap. Yeah, that's my mantra anymore. I need a nap. I hear you. Brian Robin says the Dracula performance was called Dracula, a feminist revenge fantasy. Oh, boy, the red flags are coming out now. I'm all for feminism, but when the dialogue is copy and paste from a PBS documentary on women's suffrage, it loses its power. Oh, my God. What, the three vampires in the opening, like do a Me Too on Dracula or something? Oh, my God. I'm all for I'm a longtime male feminist, but oh dear God, this looks like the express route to a train wreck. Eek. Anyway, and Parallax Spectre, hi BK and everyone else. Mwah, Parallax Spectre, is so good to see you, hun. How are you doing today? And she's being greeted as she well deserves. And Eric Hawkins, we need to get the blessing from BKM for the commission piece. I bless this commission piece. Make it happen. You know, Domino, you're a pizza. Okay, make it happen. Again, I am a member of the Dark Church of the Rising Tide. So there we got our own little group going. Yeah, I have to work on that creative guilt thing. Yeah, please do, Carl, because I quote you, I name drop you constantly as a result. Hi, Carl, says Parallax Spectre. And my mommy is 43. You're an oldie ancient face. And I'm an older McAncient face and all other body parts, although most of them still work, because I'm older than Carl. So anyway, and more than half you people could be a parent of mine. Yeah, it's apparent we are. And thanks, Parallax. It's really helping. Yeah. We you're probably thinking with everything she says about our ages.
How dare you!
Parallax Spectre for the ego boost here. And that's all we had. A comment dump. One and only comment dump so far. And Parallax Spectre is hugging. Oh, we get hugs. Oh, and Dawn Duelist made it. Morning, good Dawn. Mwah! How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. And Dawn, Carl, Carl. Why am I giving the wrong tone of voice to those people? Donna Carlene says, Carl, I have not only liked but shared this blurry show. Am I blurry? I think I am blurry personally, but Donna's going, you're just like real life, Brian. You don't come into focus there either. And hey, Don from Mike Jimmy, and of course, Donna. And blurry, you need a nap too? Good, I'm coming through loud and clear. Oh, and within the next 2 weeks, we are going to move this operation down to the dungeon. I finally made enough room. We've got Damien's signal expander, and we've got the all the rigmarole to get going. We just have to pick this crap up and take it into the basement. So that's our one of our goals for the next 2 weeks. So one day you're going to see a bunch of comic boxes behind me instead of this. So anyway, I like the artwork of you on the wall next to the Patrick Troughton photo cam. I hope you're not referring to the black and white there by Ted Davies, but the color one here. This one is, if you know Andy Shaggy Cordy, this is, I believe, Anna did that. I love that too. Both of his children are so crazy talented. I miss you, Shaggy. Anyway, and Donna saying hello, and everyone else is saying hello. No, the picture's blurry, says Donna. And tech help is on its way. Thank you, Carl. And good to see you. Joe D. McPhee dropped your name earlier. Here, there's the guy who is the host of Comic Book Spectrum every Thursday night on the From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher channel on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe that show. And give him some attention because it's a great, thoughtful discussion on comic books and pop media. And also check out his Saturday night show at 10 p.m. Eastern for some thoughtful commentary, art lessons, and more from the wonderful Joe D. McPhee. And Brian says, well, I'm off to a full day of writing and watching Doctor Who. Yes, that's how you celebrate. Have a great day, everyone. Brian, you know I love you, brother. I hope you have a great day, my friend. And give Robin a hug and a kiss from me. And whatever else you want to do, just send me the photos. Anyway, Parallax Spectre, from this small press publisher, Joe, I'm only half mad at you today because I'm from New York City. So like the flag, I'm only at half mast. I feel you. I feel you, hon. And later, B. Rodman, everyone saying hello. And those are called flashbulb memories in the psych field. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a series of mini episodes. And they still feel as real as they did 22 years ago, right? Donna Carlene, I missed the launch, but I got my pledge on Eric's Kickstarter. Me too, Donna. I feel good about it too. And we have to leave Silicon around noon on Saturday to get to a Muncie event. Oh, wow! So you're not going to be there the whole time? Well, I'm going to have to hang around with you on Friday and Saturday morning. I will be there from the start at noon on this coming Friday till 7, and then Saturday from 10 till 7 with the lovely Sarah as my guide. And that's going to be a Silicon, CIL-CON, at Village Square Mall at 51 Village Square Mall Drive in Effingham, Illinois. The admission is free. Plenty of parking, and last I heard, we were going to have quite the food vendor there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And must go fill up Nick's chat. Hey, Carl, thank you for being here. Thank you and Donna for hanging out with me on Saturday. That was just such a treat. And I am still waiting for the hostile takeover to restore balance to all comic shows. The others, not so much. You may be waiting forever, dude, at the rate this is going. I am the flavor of the month. I am the flavor of the year. I have the reason why I'm no longer hosting from Comic Book Spectrum is that I've had a couple of assignments. I've been on deadline the last 4 months, and I am still on deadline. So October at the earliest. Now, Joe, I could come on as a guest, okay, and I might do that sometime. I might actually show up, but right now I've got a whole bunch of other irons in the fire, including a potential show that I'm helping launch. So, Merry Christmas, buddy. Anyway, love to everybody. See you in the funny papers. Hey, Damien, much love to you and Lauren. Love you, brother. And by the way, I've been breaking open that Kirby book and I have to wear a bib because I'm drooling every time I see it. Thank you so much for everything, man. And everyone have a good day, and we'll see the cool kids on Nick's show. Yeah, Dev. Hey, the cool kids have been on this show too. It's just the host that's the dweeb, you know. But anyway, Carl, thank you. And you and Donna, love you both. I really do. And Nick Tucker says, well, there we go. Hi, well, BKM. Thank you. Always interesting. Have a great morning, day, week. Hey, brother, you too. Love you and the family. And we will talk soon. It may not be this week, but maybe next week we can do the AZIP thing. Let's stay in touch about this. Let's not let this fall by the wayside. Also, check out Nicholas Anthony Tucker, not just Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central, but also Friday nights, the Historical Fencing Guild. Go to that channel and learn how to murder each other safely. That's what Mom and Dad would have you do. And off to the next show. We'll love y'all. Love you too, Dawn. Thank you for being here. However briefly. Donna, later's all. Donna, love you, darling. And it was so good to hang with you on Saturday as well. Looking forward to this weekend. So anyway, let's close this out so you can get to Nick's show. We got 3 minutes. Let's make this happen. No more comments, please. All right? Don't spite me on this one. Seriously. Go to Nick's program right now. Then after that, go to the Indie Comics Network and check out Daphne Lage and Nita Lanning, two of my darling ladies. And they've got some great entertainment for you in the comics field. Definitely check them out. But anyway, if you want to check me out, go to risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for my free insider information email that goes out around the first of the month, every month. And we've got actual progress to report this time, as we did the last time. We will have that up there and commenting, because I do what I want. I rely on you to do what you want. Parallax Spectre, love you, hon. Well, thank you for being here. And 2 screens, no waiting. There we go. I've only got one. But anyway, go to risingtide.pub and check out all the good stuff we do. Plus, we've got a special project coming up that will be materializing in the next month that Damien and I have talked about, and we're excited by it. It's going to be a lot of work for Brian, though, but you'll be glad I did. Anyway, also check us out on Amazon.com, also Books A Million, BarnesandNoble.com, Walmart.com, any place that quality that sells books. Chances are you'll find my books there. Please support me. Buy my books. I would implore you. And also, we want to thank our very, very special friends. First of all, our Patreon subscribers, who with a modest monthly stipend every month, they help to keep the Rising Tide moving forward. And we're so grateful to each and every one of them. And if you'd like to see what we offer to you, such as a twice weekly blog, every blog deserves a name, where I share my feelings and information with you, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also, check out PlasmaFireGraphics.com. PlasmaFire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Jeffrey Hayes is an incredible award-winning talent, and he can bring his expertise to make your book look great and sell lots of copies. And he does more than that, but you'll have to contact him to find out what it is. Go to PlasmaFireGraphics.com, check out his Facebook page, and be awash in the wonder of his indie for indie creator pricing. That's Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And so we are out of here, folks. Thank you for watching. We will try to be back next Monday, or maybe even pop in during the week. But if we do or we don't, you're not going to get any warning. You'll get no warning at all. Anyway, thank you for being here. I love you. And always remember, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. We will see you this Friday and Saturday at the Effingham Village Square Mall, Effingham, Illinois, for SilCon. Please join us there. We will see you there. And everyone, I love you. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you soon. Bye-bye. I'm leaving now. Oh, wait, I should do this. There we go. Okay, now I'm going. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
How dare you!